I'm going to go over the only things that matter when it comes to nutrition and how I apply them for maximum adherence, okay? Because it doesn't matter, everything I say in this video doesn't matter if you can't do it. Everything I say, the theories, the science behind it, everyone loves to sit here and talk about all the science, but no one loves to talk about the application. And that shit's boring because you can sit here with the best theory and the best perfect plan, but the perfect plan doesn't matter if you can't execute it. The only perfection, the only perfect plan is the one you stick to and the one you can do, because progress is itself perfection. Nothing matters if you have the greatest plan, but no adherence, okay? So I'm going to talk about the things that actually matter, make sure that you understand how to apply them, and walk through how I personally apply these aspects of nutrition and diet for maximum adherence and the ability to actually get results, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and drop the theory on you. I know the science, I know the principles behind it, but you don't give a shit. You want to watch this video because you want to know what to do, and I want you to know what to do as well. So let's get into it. So I'm going to go on this side. So what we want to do for, make sure you can see me. Can you see me? Yes, you can see me. Cool. So what we want, this is the pyramid, okay? Now, honestly, this isn't mine. I found this from somewhere else, but this is great. It's because it's based off science, all right? So this is based off all the studies you can possibly do. What is actually the percentage of effect size if you play with these variables, okay? So these are everything you can think about when it comes to nutrition. All right, now obviously diseases, this is for healthy people, okay? So if we think about this, the biggest effect is calories. That's 50% of your effect size. Second is macros, right? So if you just hit your calories, that's going to be in terms of body composition effect, like that's going to help you lose or gain weight. 30% of effect size is macros. Of the calories, what are those macros consist of? Protein, carbs, fat. How do they interact? Okay, so then we get into meal timing. How many meals do we have throughout the day? Next is going to be food composition. What's our food consist of? Okay, is it table sugar or is it potatoes with our carbohydrates? So that can make a difference as well in terms of how much you eat and just the quality of, it makes a small difference. Last is supplements and hydration, right? So you usually see, you're like, oh, really? It's calories and macros you get, and you eat twice or 3 times a day, you get 90% of the results? Yeah, because in terms of what people actually think is important, it's flipped on its head, right? Everyone wants to think that supplements, the liver and all this stuff is what actually matters, or meal timing, fasting. It's like that is what 20% if you do all that, but then you mess up that, you're 80% of your progress. It doesn't matter if this is all messed up, right? And a lot of times things like the fasting in the whole foods is to get you the calories and macros. Eat the whole foods. Why? Because you eat less. Intermittent fasting. Why? Because you eat less. Okay? Supplement. Like, come on. Like, it's GLP-1s. Eat less. But when you think of how do we actually apply this, okay, if you think of these principles, when I think of what's going to be the easiest to apply, macros in calories, right? When I look at how I actually do this, when we think of, well, how do I take all these principles, calories in, calories out, the right macros, meal timing, what type of foods do I eat, supplements, all this. How do I put this into a day, into a way of eating and a way of life that allows me to get as much of this as possible without having to stress out and be confused? Because here's the other side of the table. All this doesn't matter if you don't do it, right? Because doing it is 100% of the equation, right? These are the effect size, but if you don't do any of that shit, it doesn't matter. So doing it is whatever you can do is going to give you 100% of the results, because if you don't do any of it, it doesn't matter. So in terms of doing it, how do we apply this? How do we actually put this into a system, right? Because I say, I can make you a meal plan based off these. I can give you the perfect calories and macros and meal timing and exactly the foods that are going to be the greatest, most satiating protein absorption, blah, 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 supplement list, hydration, water timing. But you're not going to do it, so it doesn't matter. It is, I don't even, it's theory. It's fake. It's not real. It's paper. This is not reality, okay? Because you're not going to do it, right? You have to eat out. You have, that hot date. It's like, come on. So the way that I found the easiest way to do it is to worry about 3 simple things, because you can do 3 things every day, then you can do it every day, right? Because you ain't going to do all this every single day, and it doesn't matter if you can't do it every day. I don't think it's worth starting anything, because it's like, yeah, you could follow a program to get to the goal, but then you have to make another program. It's like, this is my maintenance part. It's like, if you just start something you can do every day, right? Like these videos, like example, okay, I can make this whole crazy content strategy, and I've done stuff like that, or I could just like make a video, or I could just like, hey, every day I'm just going to make a video, and I'm just going to make a really good video to help people, and that's what I'm doing right now. So nothing matters if you can't do it. What can I just do today? To me, I was like, today I can just make a video, and I try to help somebody, okay? So my way that I actually go about doing this, all right, is going to be protein, calories, and supplements, because I think these are the 3 easiest variables, right? Because not that supplements are important, but they're actually easy because you can just take a handful of them. And there's a couple ways that you can make sure that you take them, and I have another video on supplements that you can watch. But if we think about it, okay, hydration, you're gonna drink water if you're thirsty, so that's actually like kind of it'd be like, oh, water's not important. You drink water when you're thirsty, like it's like, you know, you're not going to be water deficient. You're going to be thirsty. You're going to be dehydrated. So the things that I don't really worry about are meal timing and food composition, right? Now, these are 15%, okay? But you're going to eat 1 meal a day. So I'll give you like 5 here. I'll give you 5. You're going to eat a meal a day, okay? And if you just eat like generally decent foods, aka hit your protein, which is going to be like most of it anyway, you're probably going to get like 7.5. So in reality you can get, 80, you can get 92% of it if you just follow this, like 92% of your results. And it's just simple stuff you can do every day. So you can get 92.5% of your results every day. And I'm being generous, but realistically, like, life's not going to be, it's not 100, never going to be 100% because you're going to have a shit sleep one day. It's like, if you can get 90% of the way there, you're going to be looking really good, okay? Because you're probably not doing it right now. So the way that I do this is how I structure my personal diet and the people that I work with. Like, this way works forever. Yeah, hey, guess what? It's me here saying what I do is not optimal. What I'm doing, what I do with the people that I work with, what I personally do, it's not optimal. It's not the most scientifically grounded. Scientifically, this is 100%. This is how to get 100%. And scientifically, I'm telling you to not be 100%. You're right. But you know what's better than being 100%? Being 90% every day. Because 100% for one day is 0% because it's one day, so it doesn't matter. Because the goal is to look good. Like, the goal is to be healthy, be fit, not to have a great program and not do it. So, yeah. So my way, I worry about protein, calories, and I take supplements, okay? I find this is helpful. So the way that I structure my day is I just hit my protein, and then I hit my calories. I don't care about how many meals. If it's 1 meal, great. If I eat out, it's great. Like today, I'm not going to eat until dinner because I don't want to eat today because I have a lot to do. So I just hit my protein, I hit my calories, and then I just take my supplements probably in the morning. And that's what I do. I don't worry about pre-workout meal timing, post-workout meal timing. And hey, if I did that, maybe I could be better than I am, but I really like the way that I look and perform. And I really just enjoy having low body fat and looking really good. And the life enjoyment I get from not stressing about it brings me more life fulfillment than I think maybe that 5% extra I would get from worrying about my meal timing and all this nonsense. But hey, if you are a competitive bodybuilder, you are a competitive athlete, or whatever it is, and you really want to do it, eat your 4 meals a day. Cool. I just personally don't think it fits my life, and it never fits the life of anybody I work with. So in application, in theory, great. I'm not optimal. But in reality, I like my life this way, and hopefully if you try it, you like it too, and it works for you. So I hit my protein. So literally what this means, if I eat more than 1 meal a day, then it means for lunch and dinner, I just eat meat. Now, the reason I like this is it's not like I just drink a protein shake. So I actually that's why I say you can get maybe 7.5, because I get some of that food. I probably get my food composition 5% because I do eat lean meat as my protein. So like for lunch and dinner, I'll have like just chicken or just ground beef or just steak, or or maybe I will have a protein bar, protein shake, but I usually like meat because I get that food composition. It keeps me full longer, and it allows me to adhere to do it, to like actually stay within my calories, right? So the protein actually helps the calories because of the food composition I use, which is meat. So I usually just eat protein, which is usually lean meat, okay? And I'll do it either a lunch and a dinner, and I'll get into this. So I just hit my protein first. So it's either lunch, or for dinner, I'll just eat like a lot of meat in like protein shake, protein bar, whatever. And that'll hit all my protein in like 1 meal or 2 meals. Or maybe it'll be 3. Maybe I'll have something for breakfast, whatever. It really doesn't matter. It's just hit my protein. However, usually to me, I find I just like to eat it first. And then after I hit my protein, I can eat whatever the calories I want. So I hit my protein. I probably eat more than I need. So I probably need for my body weight 150 grams. I'll eat like 2 pounds of meat. I want the protein, man. I like it. I like meat. I like eating that. So I'll hit my protein, and then I have all these calories. So for me, my maintenance calories are 2,400. So I try to get a lot of steps in throughout the day so I can have that. I'll eat like a pound or 2 of lean meat. Probably like a pound and a half of lean meat if I do one meal. So it'll be about 20 ounces of meat. 20, 25, 26 ounces of meat. It will be a lot of meat. So I'll get like 150 grams of protein. That'll be like 800, 900 calories. It gives me 1,700 calories left over. It can be whatever I want, right? And I'm not gonna be 1,700 calories of potatoes and Greek yogurt and broccoli. It's gonna be maybe it'll be healthy ice cream. Like a lot of times, if I have that many calories, I'll make healthy ice cream so I can have 5 pints of it, right? Because I like that stuff. Maybe I want ice cream, or hey, maybe I'll eat 1 meal a day and I'll go out to eat and I'll have steak and I'll have dessert at dinner and I'll have all this stuff that I want because I want to go out to eat. And like the people that I work with want to go out to eat and they want to enjoy life and they want to have ice cream. They want to do this stuff. And I've just found that this method allows me to be so much more flexible because it's like this in the morning, I don't really want to eat anyway because I want to work. I want to make videos like this. And if I ate, a mountain of pasta and I try to sit here and film a video, I'd probably be passed out on the floor right now. And maybe a little hack for you is I'll just throughout the day, I just drink my coffee, I'll drink my supplements, my caffeine, maybe I'll have some nicotine gum. And that'll be how I structure my day. Apologize for my unprofessional ums. But that's how I structure my day. And it really is just protein, calories. It allows me to adhere. It allows me to adhere. Okay, and the way that I do it as well to get some boost, to make sure that I'm hitting my bases, is I'll just take a handful of supplements. So I just take a multivitamin, I take creatine pills, and I take fish oil. Why? Because I take creatine, I can just put them all in my hand. They're all right there. It's about 5 or 6 pills. I just take my pills in the morning, and I'm good. And then throughout the day, I'll have some coffee. Maybe I'll chew some nicotine gum. Maybe I'll smoke a cigar. It's not optimal. It's like if you're gonna enjoy. I don't care that it's not optimal. I don't care, because to me the most important thing is the fitness is supposed to improve the quality of your life. I don't think fitness should be something that decreases the quality of life. It will improve the quality of life because of the way you look, but I don't think trying to get that extra 5%. I think pushing for the extra 5% to be perfect all the time decreases your quality of life by more than 5%. So for me, just doing it this way with the lean meats, all this together with my protein and calories and food composition, I'm ticking this box, I'm ticking this box, I'm ticking this box and this box. So 85%, 90%, 80%, 85%, 90%, 1 meal-ish a day, I'll give myself about 92%. Maybe I'll give myself 92.5 because every meal optimally is 4 meals a day. So I get 1 meal a day. So I'll say optimally, this gives me, right, 92.5% with 1 meal a day. And if you get 2 meals a day, I'll give you 95%. So this is a way to get 95% of your results in a way that you can do every single day and still enjoy the foods you love. This calories can be beer, it can be dessert, it can be alcohol. This is a way that you can get 92 to 95% of your results every single day. And if you work one meal a day, go out to dinner with your fellas, right? It works with real life. And this is the system, okay? Multivitamin, creatine, fish oil. If you want to know why the supplements are great, why I take these supplements, I've made a video, supplements to take. Go through my videos and you'll find it. Caffeine, nicotine. I take caffeine, nicotine to allow me to adhere to my 1 to 2 meals a day so I don't overeat. So it allows me to have that big meal. And I guess I'll say the two methods that I'll call this is in terms of the way that I eat, it will be OMAD, so 1 meal a day, or it will be protein fasting. Or a combination of both. So the protein fasting is hit your protein, then worry about your calories. So maybe protein lunch, protein dinner, and then late at night have all your calories. Or it will be hit my protein and then have dessert with dinner. Or it'll be maybe a 1 meal a day where I'll just get all my protein and all my calories in one meal, or I'll get all my protein in one meal and then I'll wait a little bit and I'll get the rest of my calories. So it's a combination of OMAD or protein fasting in terms of the meal structure. And this method of eating and this way of incorporating the things that actually are important in your diet, but making them 100% effective, can get you 92 to 95% of your results with this structure. And it works beautifully. And I track my food with an app called Fat Secret. Fat Secret is the app I use. And tip, I use my Apple Watch to link up to my Fat Secret app, and it tells me how many calories I'm burning each day, and I know how many calories I consume because I weigh everything out to the gram and track it, and I only eat really once or twice a day, so it's pretty easy for me to track it because I just weigh everything out when I eat it, and then I just eat it all, or it's on the package, it's got the calories, and it works for me, and just that little bit of work allows me to maintain the way that I look and really just love fitness and the way my body looks. And because I know how many calories I'm burning each day, I can track my calories in, calories out, and I can eat more if I burn more calories, and I can adjust my fitness to my life, and it works every day because every day I do this method, and maybe it'll be more or less calories, maybe it'll be more protein, maybe I'll have less protein one day, and I'll have an extra thing of ice cream, maybe, worst case, maybe I don't hit maybe I go over my calories. Maybe the next day I eat less calories. It's really is a labor of love. It's just about adherence. Again, it's about doing it. And I've just found that this method, it really makes it simple, it makes it easy, and it really removes a lot of the stress. Because for me, as somebody who is into fitness, I find that the people who are into fitness actually have a harder time with fitness than people who are not into fitness. Because people who are not into fitness are like, all right, tell me what to do. All right, do this. Okay, do it, whatever. They just don't care as much. They don't really give a shit as much. But I find a lot of times, myself included, that people are really into fitness and they really care, have a tougher time because they spend so much time trying to get 100%, they forget that doing it is 100%. And, they stress themselves out over this 5%, the supplements and all this stuff, when you're getting 80% of the results if you just hit it really is. You can get 92, 95% of the results mathematically, statistically, if you just hit your protein, eat your calories, stay within your calories, and just take a handful of supplements in the morning. And if you struggle to take them, make them gummies and make sure they taste good. And it's a really easy way. This works. This shit works. It's no fluff. You can do this tomorrow. You can apply this. This is not theory. I didn't sit here and talk about your metabolic rate. This is stuff that works. And I try to just really put out stuff that is applicable, doable, makes sense, it's simple, because I believe it's my duty as a professional, as somebody who understands this stuff at a deep level and is trying to understand it more at a deep level every day, and who has done the work to understand this, to put it in a way that you can just do. Because I don't believe people watch videos like this because they want to learn. I believe people watch videos like this because they want to improve the quality of their life. And I believe it's my duty to take this information to distill it for you as much as I can, to give you short, easy snippets and clips that you can take and tomorrow you can do. Because the hardest part is not the learning and information, it's the doing. And if I can just give you the doing, then you can start doing sooner, faster. You don't have to go through, learning all this in order to just take what I know and apply it. And that's what coaches do, is they take the information that they've had to learn the hard way and through trial and error, and they distill it down for you and just give it to you in actionable bites that you can apply and do to improve the quality of your life and not have to make those same mistakes that people like me have. And, if I've been able to earn your trust in this video, if you feel like I'm somebody that you would like to help you on your fitness journey and take all this, it might be confusing, and apply it to you, my program that I really do well with is my CEO shred, my 60-minute shred, whatever I am calling it at this point. It's my method of taking all this for career-driven, busy guys who really struggle with fitness. They want to get healthy. They have a strong motivation for themselves, their families, their career, and they just want to be better. They want to lose about 20 to 50 pounds. They want to get in great shape, and they want to be able to take a system like this that they can do in their everyday life, not have to give up things like beer, dessert, alcohol, and they want to enjoy the foods they love. They don't want to spend time at the gym. They want to do 60 minutes a week at the gym. They want to get fit and be healthy for their family and kids, but they don't want to sacrifice the social, the foods they love, and they want to have the best of both worlds. And that's what I've done with my CEO Shred program, where it's meant for CEO guys who have a super hectic work life. They have the schedule, and they want somebody to just give them a plan they can do forever. And that's what I do, help you build great habits. If you feel like I've earned your trust and you feel like working with me is something you would like to do to help you lose some weight, get healthy, and take a system that you can learn how to do on your own, so you don't necessarily need a coach forever. And that's my goal, is to help you actually build strong habits for yourself. If you feel like I've earned your trust and you feel like I'm somebody that you want to work with, you feel like this is something that you would like to be a part of, then you're welcome to book a call with me and we can chat. We can talk about what it is I do. I'll interview and see if you're a fit. And I feel like we're both a fit, we can work together, we can sign up. If not, if you don't want to book a call, you're welcome to follow me on Instagram. I'll reach out to you and we'll chat about potentially working together. And if not, you can book a call or you can follow me on Instagram. Those are going to be the two things you can do in the description below. So you can pick one and do it, or whatever the caption is at this point, but that's what it is as the time of making this video. So if you want to work together, you want me to get you in great shape, lose some weight, get healthy, get fit, and you don't want to have to learn the hard lessons yourself, you can book a call. We will, see if what I do would be a great fit for you. And if you want, you can follow me on Instagram, and I'll probably reach out to you on there too. But I hope this was helpful. I hope this was a great video. I hope that you got some value from this video. And if you did, and you don't want to do any of the two things I just told you to do, you can drop me a comment and just let me know what your thoughts are. And I appreciate it, and I will keep making these videos as long as people get value from them. So, yeah, I'm rooting for you. I want you to do well. I want you to succeed, and it's been a good video.